start with the side stretch. The first side stretch, you have to feel the stretch, the back of the thigh and the full stretch of the foot. So
the
try,
weight is on the front.
weight is on the front, the other side. Repeat. Try and balance on your front foot and raise your hands and stretch back. The other side. Okay. Come to the second one. Right side, up, pull, the other side, pull the toe, keep it straight, the other side, toe straight, yeah, the other side, again, again. Now try and put the foot flat, yeah, you can take the support of the floor and feel the pull. You can take the support of the floor and feel the pull. This is a very good stretch that you get. Make sure that the knees are to the side. That's very important. As much as you can push the knee to the side and keep the foot straight. Straight in the sense facing out. The knee and the foot to be in the same line always. The other side. Knee still to the side. You feel the stretch?
Yeah, here.
Complete, yeah.
Back of the knee and thigh.
Okay, up. Come forward as much as you can. Open up fully. Try and put your head down. Then gives you a complete stretch. Okay, up. Slowly come in, yeah. Feel the stretch. Foot flat again. This is a very, very interesting and good position to for Aramandi, yes. And what's interesting is that when I started learning dance in the Tanjavur style with Swarna Saraswati Amma, we had no warm-ups. To come to the class, stand and start dancing. Alaripu was the warm-up in a sense, you know. So that I think did have its own problems. Today I think we've become much more conscious of the body, its full potential. And also I think the fact that dance has become much more rigorous. So I feel the rigor then is possible only if you are aware of the body and if you are actually tuning the body all the time to be able to do things which you expect the body to do with not too much of a stress on it. Get up. Slow sitting. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ta, ka, de, me. Ta, ka, de, me. Ta, ka, de, me. Ta, ding, ding, na, tom. Ta, ka, de, me. Ta, ka, de, me. Ta, ka, de, me. Ta, ding, ding, na, tom. Ta, ka, de, me. Ta, up throughout. Ta, ka, de, me. Ta, ka, de, me. Ta, ka, de, me. Ta, de, na, tom. Takka, dhimmi, takka, dhimmi, takka, dhimmi, ta, de, na, tom. Takka, dhimmi, takka, dhimmi, takka, dhimmi, ta, de, na, tom. Takka, dhimmi, takka, dhimmi, takka, dhimmi, ta, de, na, tom. Takka, dhimmi, takka, dhimmi, takka, dhimmi, ta, de, na, tom. Takka, dhimmi, takka, dhimmi, takka, dhimmi, ta, de, na, tom. Takka, dhimmi, takka, dhimmi, takka, dhimmi, ta, de, na, tom. Takka, dhimmi, takka, dhimmi, takka, dhimmi. Quick sitting and getting up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Takka, dhimmi, 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 tadigena tom. Okay. Now the feet have a tendency of getting a little tight. So a quick jog sometimes just unlocks certain things that might just, so you've got to always keep constantly feeling the body parts, particularly the feet, the knees, the toes, the heels, constantly be in touch with them, and it does give signals if there is a problem, and one has to keep watching those signals. Exercise for the knees, forward bend and back, yes, to be able to, yeah. First is just front and back, just to understand. It still sometimes makes a sound. That means it needs more oiling. Needs a little more.
Most affected.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Are there more strengthening exercises?
Many. We'll just do some of them. Now take a full come down, look up, go up, take your head in. Yeah, push it back, knees straight. You can feel from the back, the pull from the back. Yeah, come down again, keep repeating this. So that quickly. Okay. Side stretch is very important. You know that the bends that you take are extremely stylized bends that you take, and to be able to reach out, to be able to do the side without really having aches and pains, the side bend is very, very important. Stand straight, hands up and bend. You will feel the stretch, look up. The other side. Inhale, exhale and come down. Inhale, exhale. You'll always see the breathing has to be carried on simultaneously, because this is very much part of yoga, and everything done with the proper breath has much more effect than just doing it just like that. So understanding has to be total as to what you're doing and why you're doing, which part of the body is being strengthened by what you're doing. That's absolutely very, very important. Butterfly. When we were initially taught the butterfly, we used to read books sitting in this position, so that this becomes easy and it's not a strain to actually do this position. Keep the foot as close as possible and hold the back straight. The key is to hold the back straight. The tendency goes to do this, to create an arch at the back. That shouldn't be. Try and keep the body absolutely, for which you really need to put your hands front and back and lift yourself and put yourself close. Yes. Now, keeping this left knee in place, you can turn to your right and see that your left knee is touching the floor. You will get a more of a push. Yes, you can even use your hands. The other side. And of course, coming forward as much as you can without using your shoulders, using your lower spine. Okay. Back straight. Of course, there are many now with the opening up of the feet where you can do the side stretch. The point with the warm-ups is that only if you do it every day do you see a change in the body. As we say, the body learns very slowly, it unlearns very fast. So if you do it today, you made little progress. If you don't do it tomorrow again, that progress goes down. Again you start from zero. So to be able to build, you need to constantly, daily do a workout. There's no point just doing it on the day of the dance class or just doing it before dance. This is something you need to do all the time and train the body to be able to hold positions, to be able to stretch more than what is comfort zone, to be able to push the body. This is something that the women in the villages did very easily. Now we actually need to do it in the form of an exercise. The Chakki asana, which they call. You need to go back also, Amor. It's a full circle. Go back as well.
Going back is harder.
Harder. Without spoiling the position of the feet. Normally then they tend to go down. Try and keep the foot straight. And you get more of a stretch, toe down. So these are things that you... Now one very good thing for the knees which has worked for me is to keep the foot, keep the foot straight, lock the foot and stretch it. This has helped me a lot personally with my knees. So again, I think all these you need to customize for yourself. What works for you need not work for me, what works for me need not, because you might have a stronger knee than I do, but you might have not so much of strength in your abdomen, so you need to do specific things for the abdomen. So that depends on what are your strengths and what are your weaknesses, which we need to, as we go along, discover for ourselves and do warm-ups, which of course this forward bending is absolutely essential, hands up and forward bending, and in this you have to keep your back straight. First thing is to be able to keep your back straight. Most of the time if you see, it's not like this, it's like this. You're not sitting on your actual behind, but you're sitting on your back. The back is different from your behind. So you need to kind of, separate and see the two. Very important. Many children, when you begin to teach, you'll see they're sitting like this and stretching. They're not sitting like this and stretching. So it makes a very big difference how you use the spine. Spine has to be held correctly before you actually. And very important is shoulders. Because we do so much of shoulder movement that the shoulder, if it's frozen or if it's not able to move the way it should, normally the thing of coming into Padmasana, taking your hands back and taking it up, it really helps. Come to Padmasana. You can't do full, you can do half. Lock the hands at the back.
The
And
palms facing.
and come down. Yeah, this. Higher or more. Top. Pull as much as you can. And hold. Now what you did is right. Yeah. Right. That's right. This is very good for the shoulders. Yeah. Those are regular exercises which any yoga. You know, I'm not doing the regular yoga ones simply because I feel those anyway everybody knows if they want to refer. This is specific what we worked out for Bharatanatyam in particular, to be strengthening specific parts of the body. Of course, those side stretch is also very good. You lock your hands and do the side stretch. And do everything consciously so that you know which is the part of the body which is being strengthened. Very important.
In this we are not shifting our weight.
No.
Weight.
Wait,
The bum is up.
No. Okay. Can we come to the chalk now? A few exercises which are borrowed from other styles, but helps a lot. I know it's difficult, but this has also helped in terms of warming up and giving core strengthening as well. So come to the chalk. It has to be a square. Don't open too much, don't open too little. So it has to be absolutely in line. And now we count 10 in different positions. First position is right up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 1, 2, up, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, higher Sneha, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And straight 1, 2, 3, look up, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 1, 2, 3, 4, look straight, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and dead. So you see many of these exercises how they actually push the body, and that other exercise that we also do, which is interesting, which we just do 5 on right and 5 on left in order to just see that one without putting the foot down. So you do the front and side together, 5 on right, 5 on left. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5 and 5. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. Deep breathing. Again, breath, very important to connect it with what you do in Bharatanatyam as well, because lots of times wrong breathing can create more fatigue and you get more tired very soon. The other thing is, many today don't have arch in the body. To be able to do pure dance, you really need an arch
In the foot.
in the foot. So we come to Aramandi and do the toe exercise. This is very, very important to see that the arch is kept because without an arch means you are actually getting very tired. Though you can't create an arch later in life, you need to work at it early, but still any questions regarding any of the warm-ups that you did just now? You largely feel the difference when you dance after doing the warm-ups.
Sometimes I feel a lot more tired after having done a lot of warm-ups.
Okay.
So is there, one needs to work on individual bodies, and I know.
There is a threshold for everybody which is different.
Yeah.
You need to know your own threshold, what suits you best and how much you need to prepare before. You shouldn't get tired when you start dancing. That's not the idea of a warm-up at all. So maybe the warm-ups you should do when the days you don't dance. See, so you have to work out a certain intelligent way of approaching it, because it might not be the same for all. How do you feel? Do you feel more energized after the warm-up? Energized. So that's what I'm saying. So everybody has a different take on it. So everybody needs to work it out for themselves. And of course the basic half sitting position, we also do holding it for a while. We count. That becomes fun for the kids. Like, you know, you do it 20, count 20 and hold. Next class you're able to do 25. So it becomes a bit nice for them to make it into a nice challenging. And then we also have some which we do partners. So that also is good, particularly when you're doing group work. It creates a synergy in the group. In fact, warm-ups are very good for group work. Because when you do group work, maybe everybody is coming from different situations, different stress points, different things. This helps you unwind and create a kind of a cohesive group. So in group, I really feel that half an hour of warm-ups is very nice, and to do more warm-ups in pairs or in threes, twos, whatever, so that it creates that interdependency and that whole thing of a cohesive group. You know, understanding within the group and coordination within the group, which requires a lot of being together and understanding each other's strengths and weaknesses. So that helps in the group. Any other questions? Let's try some of the movements that we do in twos, so that the side stretch one. Okay, the quick sitting one also, we normally do it. Okay, you sit and she can stand on you.
How does this help?
This, the knees need to go down, and many children, the knees don't go down. So this is good, and actually, it's also, you don't resist. If you don't resist, you enjoy this standing. So you know when the other person is standing on you, not to resist the force, how to kind of slowly, it doesn't happen immediately, but slowly you kind of exhale and you let go and the knees go down. So it's a nice exercise. Any other exercise in twos that you've been doing?
Yeah, we sit and stretch.
We stretch, yes. Open up. This is again good for the thighs, for opening up for Aramandi. As long as the backs are held straight and you're able to pull fully. Keep the foot straight. another one is just lie down. It's okay anyway. Right foot up and try and keep the other foot straight and push this as much as you can. You feel the stretch, and from this you go on to the Natarajasana, which is anyway normally everybody does, because that's again a very good asana for keeping the body fit. So as you can see, this kind of a thing that again I said you need to customize it for yourself. One thing can't work for everybody. You need to actually do a proper study of it. And another thing which I have realized, because what works in the 20s doesn't work in the 30s, doesn't work in the 40s. So as you proceed, you need to review your exercises every few years, because there is fatigue, there is wear and tear of your body, which needs to be addressed intelligently, and warning signals need to be taken very seriously. And when you do mandi adavu etc., you should be careful, because it's not something that is normally the body used to, so you need to work at it. And today, because as we see the programs being short, you need to be very, very kind of fit to be just go and deliver and come back. That's the need of the hour. You don't have time to, there's no warm up time, you don't get time to really, so you've got to be completely ready backstage, go on stage, pat on and just get back. Also you need to learn to cool down, which many of us don't do in dance, because after that a shavasana is recommended. Even after doing a lot of asanas, you need to do shavasana. The same way, after doing a lot of warm-ups and dancing, you need to also cool down, which normally we get engaged in a lot of things, either talking to the musicians or going, that needs to be. So now in the next class, we will straight away take on a few adavus and see how creativity can be sparked off as you are learning the adavus, and then reviewing it and revisiting it and seeing how we can create patterns. Thank you.